Ad sales teams in media and entertainment are under more pressure than ever, and 68% of ad sales leaders now say AI is critical to improving forecasting accuracy, automating RFP responses, and driving revenue. Salesforce Media Cloud is helping media and entertainment companies meet these rising expectations with AI-powered solutions. I'm Carolyn Bathauer, joined by Alf Pekajak, Senior Director, Product Management and Industry Solutions. I'm so happy to have you. So, Alf, shrinking margins, rising client expectations. How are media companies rethinking the way they sell advertising?
Right. Carolyn, the old school ways of selling advertising and fulfilling these ad campaigns are not cutting it. So, media companies and other adjacent industries who are in the business of selling advertising or have an advertising revenue stream, such as retail, financial services, telecommunications, travel and hospitality, are all looking at AI to automate manual processes. And automating doesn't necessarily mean it's just speeding things up, but also finding ways to minimize waste and also giving advertiser sellers the opportunity to excel at what they do the best, which is the human touch and building and nurturing relationships. So with that said, automating advertising sales processes, as well as finding ways to bring accuracy to campaign delivery and inventory availability are key so that they're not wasting valuable advertising impressions and they don't have to deal with make goods because of the fact that they have miscalculated things. That's where AI also helps.
Yeah, you were telling me that earlier, that it's a lot of that accuracy on the front end really helps in the delivery, and that builds trust with clients. Absolutely. It helps really make sure that they're delivering on the promises of those campaigns. So that's great. And you also mentioned, AI helping workers work faster, helping sellers do better, but what role does AI play in improving the advertiser outcomes?
That's where AI truly shines. It's critical that media companies and all the adjacent industries that I just mentioned a moment ago are working towards delivering tangible value. And so there are really two ways that Media Cloud and Salesforce and Agentforce and the technology that we bring to the table helps them. Number one is really optimizing campaigns.
Yep.
So predictive capabilities of Agentforce provides ad ops teams instant insights into optimizing campaigns. Secondly, automating some of the manual tasks and repetitive tasks, which result in costly make goods and, so finding those efficiencies as it relates to building and delivering relevant advertising plans and media plans that are completely aligned with advertiser objectives, whether it is targeted reach, engagement, driving awareness, or simply just return on ad spend. So those are the two areas that we actually help towards delivering advertiser objectives, and that's where Media Cloud truly shines and delivers value.
That's amazing because you're working with your clients and you're setting those goals, and then if AI can automate some of those manual tasks, now you can spend more valuable time in crafting and designing, and then being able to take those analytics back pretty easily and say, now here's how we're measuring. Next time, here's how we need to adapt for improved results. It's all contained in one system, so that's great. We heard a little bit about Media Cloud on the media and entertainment session, but let's give us a little bit more color. How does it help media and entertainment companies specifically?
Right. So Media Cloud is built from the ground up to help media companies and others manage the entire life of an advertising sales campaign, from lead to cash. So Media Cloud brings data models, workflows, ecosystem integrations, built-in analytics, and flexible tools to help with advertising sales and campaign fulfillment. So furthermore, with Media Cloud's seamless integration with Data Cloud, we also help media companies segment audiences, activate campaigns, and deliver accurate results. So that's what Media Cloud brings to the table. And it's the other critical capability of Media Cloud is built-in automation. So even before Agentforce, Media Cloud offered a variety of automation capabilities such as proposal generation, RFP management, analytics, billing, so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's great because, and this is what I love about our industry solutions is we work with thousands of customers and learn more and more about the changing landscape of what they're dealing with, and we build that right back into the technology. So it's just such an advantage for our customers. Let's get into Agentforce for advertising sales. So we saw a few things on the breakout, but give us more insights into what's coming. What are you excited about?
Right. So Agentforce really takes our automation capabilities to the next level by bringing predictive and generative AI capabilities, as I mentioned earlier. So if we actually want to talk about a real-life use case,
yeah, sure.
Let's think about a scenario where an advertising sales executive is tasked to respond to a request for proposal or RFP for an advertising campaign. So typically, they have to go through a deep research process where they have to tap into multiple systems to pull in information about inventory availability and many other things. Now, the new advertising sales proposal agent from Media Cloud streamlines that entire process where it scans an incoming RFP, automatically creates all the opportunity fields in Salesforce, eliminates manual data entry, and depending on advertiser objectives and inventory availability, it creates a tailored advertising proposal in just minutes. Typically, this process takes multiple days. Mm-hmm. So that's where AI really starts shining and delivering value to both advertisers as well as media companies alike.
And what I love, too, is when we embed this in the technology and it's grounded in CRM data, now you can have that agent look at what have been some of the most valuable or impactful campaigns we've done for companies of similar sizes, for companies that have similar objectives, right? And so it builds that proposal in a way that, that seller would have to go search for all of that information before. Exactly. So just the productivity gains, and then also the experience for that customer is just so much better because you can have a conversation around, does this work for you? How would we adjust instead of starting completely from scratch? So that's wonderful. It's all really awesome, great information. We know some companies are just starting on the journey. We hear that often. So what advice would you give to media companies that are in this situation? Right,
so they have to start now, but they can start small.
Sure.
So we recommend that they don't actually reinvent and rehaul and rethink the entire advertising sales process or operations. They don't need to do that. They can start with some simple and basic use cases, such as I mentioned a minute ago, RFP automation and proposal generation. And the ROI will come very quickly.
Yeah.
Now, that's the reality. We also have to take a look at the human side of AI. So in order to drive adoption, salespeople and ad ops teams should trust in AI. Trust is built into Agentforce.
Yeah.
And advertiser sellers and end users are going to take a look at the AI's recommendations. And if they understand why the system is recommending something, then it's going to drive adoption.
Yeah, I agree.
And at the end, it's a win-win situation. So they can really focus on high-value generating tasks. And to be honest, it also elevates the employee experience as well. So they're not really wasting time on repetitive and manual tasks, but more focusing on more strategic business objectives, as well as building, growing, and nurturing relationships with their customers.
Yeah, that's absolutely great advice. Start small. If you're not sure where to start, out-of-box solutions are great, but then if you want something more custom, start with those things that are repetitive, that are manual, that you get a lot of, and then you'll get instant ROI. So Alp, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And for more on how Salesforce can help your organization, go to salesforce.com/media or scan the QR code on your screen. Thanks for watching.